We take them from that size to this size. This is a okay? And the more you move, and sometimes on cold days, I'll bring warm water and then warm up the soil because it does get the sexy dibbler that Guillaume made. I cannot transplant with gloves on, so my soil stuff I do with gloves, and I do them up all ahead of time with the gloves, and then when it comes to transplanting, I'll just stand there and transplant. And this is a spatula, and that's what I use. I have my holes, and that's it. So I just gently put them in there, just to get the bottom of the root, and then just pop it up. And I usually do it at a corner. I start at the corner and work my way to the other side. Actually, you should time me. See, this one has two. So I will gently divide them up and plant them in two separate ones. Here's another one with two. So just gently tease them and then gently put them in the cells. And the key when you're transplanting, you have to make sure when you put them into the greenhouse to give them a good watering. These are 2 cotyledons, and then that's your first true leaf. 3 and 4, that's at the stage where I do all my transplanting. See, there's the 3 leaves, the 2 cotyledons and the first true leaf. That's usually when I transplant. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? This is what you call potting up, okay? We go from cell packs to 3-inch pots. There's 5 leaves, and I don't have a dibbler, so I just go with 3 fingers and make a hole. And what I do is, then you just take the cell. You have to put your 2 fingers to stabilize the soil, and you press at the bottom. And then just push it in. The 2 fingers. And the key is not to disturb the soil. And see, this one fell out. So we'll just gently put it there. With the kale, when you pot up, you can plant it a little bit deeper than what it was. Or not. Because my soil tends to be loose in here, I can just press it in and it's good. The key is not to disturb these roots at the bottom. They're the most tender. The bottom roots have to be connected to good wet soil. After I water, the whole pot will settle into a little bit more. And see here, this kale, see how it was chewed? That's my little unwanted tenant. I have a vole in the greenhouse. And Rosie's been trying to kill for the last 2 weeks, and she hasn't been able to catch it yet. So it does a little bit of damage, so we're hoping to evict it quite soon. Oh, this one had 2. So I put the second one in here. Okay, somebody says I'm really rough. Only the toughest survive. As you water, you will things will settle around the roots, and that's why it's important to water after you transplant right away. The less you touch the bottom of the pot where the roots are, the more likely that they are to connect with the soil, new soil that you're putting them in. So that, to me, that's the key. There are some people that like to wiggle the bottom of the pot, the bottom roots, to kind of activate them. I tend to not to. Let them do their own thing. If it's a good fertile soil that you're transplanting them in, they will do their own thing.